You just got to look at the truth. The stats say there are more women than men. What does that mean? So some women are going to be out here with no man. And so some women would rather have a man in companionship than just be by themselves. And that to me is the part where it's like, that doesn't feel good. So first 3 dates, number 1, men. Look, you know I love y'all. I talk about y'all all the time on my pod. Okay, I got y'all's back. But a man needs to feel good in his purpose, in himself, and in his bank account. Because until he can commit to those 3 things, he can't possibly truly commit to a woman. How can you commit to someone else if you haven't committed to yourself?
The fastest growing podcast up in the world right now, you know. Say word. OnlyFans, real estate, talking in fashion, let them know what's happening. Say word. On and off the court, in the field with the sports, let them know what's up. Say word. The conversation is active, from movies to action, it's the main attraction.
Yo, another episode of the world's fastest, largest growing podcast. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia today. I got a very, very special guest. So many accolades I could go down the line. She told me don't call her doctor, but I'm calling her doctor. How you feeling?
I feel phenomenal. I got energy. You know, I had my little smoothie on the way over here. I'm feeling great.
Dr. Sarah in the building.
What's up? How you feel?
You look great.
You know, I do my best.
You do your best?
I do. I do.
Your hair looks wonderful.
Oh, major shout out, the virgin hair fantasy, okay? Depending on who I want to be today, baby, they have me on point.
That's how you feel?
That's how I always
feel. I love your energy.
Thank you.
Listen, when I reached out to you a couple weeks ago, I appreciate you coming by, checking in.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That means a lot to me. We working hard, but I appreciate when people keep their word.
Yes, you know? That's everything.
Yes. Literally
everything.
That's it. Let's take it from the beginning. You said you was born in Canada.
I'm from Canada.
You're from Canada?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know, I'm from Little House on the Prairie. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Okay.
And I moved to America by myself when I was 20 years old to
by
pursue.
Yourself?
Mm-hmm.
That transition.
It was wild.
It sounds wild.
Yeah, it was a journey.
Wow.
You know, but I'm grateful because I feel like one of the things, like my parents are such masterful teachers that just never really had a platform.
Okay.
So I'm grateful that I learned from them, not because of what they told me to do, but how they were as humans.
Okay.
And so I've always been like a rebel at heart. I've always been that way. Like, I'm like, look, I question authority. I got critical thinking skills. I'm hard-headed.
Hey, listen.
Just like my daddy.
You said it. You said it.
It's true, you know? And my mom and my dad, they tell me that they used to joke when I was just a baby girl. I was so in my way. And, you know, certain people, you see it in them. Like, and my dad would joke and say, can we just kill her? Can we just throw her off a cliff? And they would laugh. And my mom said, you know, Sarah, we had to be very careful with you, because there's a very fine line between discipline and breaking your spirit. And we never wanted to break that spirit.
My mother used to say the same thing.
Yes. So
she said she didn't want to discourage me. She said she kind of understood what was going on.
Yes. Yeah. So when I moved to America at 20, my dad was like, she good. One thing about Sarah, she gonna do her. And that's what I've been doing like my whole life.
What was the biggest adjustment coming here?
Black people.
We going there.
I mean,
the camera's rolling. The camera's mother effing rolling.
Yeah.
When you say black people, I can relate. Carry on. What do you mean by that?
Well, first of all, I was the only black girl in every grade I was ever in.
Okay.
The first time, and the black community is so small. Like my mom is Auntie Pam. Everybody knows my family. She's cooking for people. We all know each other.
Okay.
You know, we grew up doing Caribbean dance, grew up playing steel drums. For the most part, most of us knew each other.
Okay.
And so moving here, it was like culture shock. Another part of it is I was never pretty growing up. People didn't like me. Nobody liked me.
How you feeling now? Do you want to stick your middle finger up at people?
No, you know what it is? I think it's because I was so different. So it's like I was the ugly duckling.
Okay.
But now I'm with the swans and they see me differently, you know? So it was a culture shock. I'll never forget, I went to my first Gardena Jazz Festival and there had to be 1,000 black people all sitting on the grass watching this festival, and I was like, "Ooh, these are my people." And you know, it's been a beautiful experience.
When you mention black people, it's so interesting you saying that black people are some special people.
Yes.
There's nobody like them.
No.
There's nobody like them. Coming out here making that transition, what was some of like your hobbies at the time?
Well, I moved to America to act. So when I first got here, I was very much acting.
Okay.
I was in a theater academy conservatory.
Wow.
And I was doing plays. I was directing.
Is this in California?
Yeah, this is in LA.
Okay.
And then I graduated from that school in 3 years. And then, you know, I love the salsa dance. Even now, I'm really a homebody.
Okay.
Like if it's not an event,
Look like you be outside.
I'm not outside at all.
Okay.
Unless I'm with my people.
Okay.
Like even still, it's like I have girlfriends that come visit in town, and when they come visit JJ, we be like, we gonna get ready, we're gonna go for dinner, we're gonna go do this,
Y'all
and
fall
then
asleep?
no, we be right in the house. Let's
Wow.
order in Uber Eats. Let's have game night karaoke
that
on the
too, though.
TV.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we're chill.
You know what I like about you? In the short time me knowing you, you're a serial entrepreneur,
Yes.
and to be a young woman with that type of mindset, with some type of value with that, where did that come from?
Well, honestly, I learned it because growing up, I learned that the only ways to be successful were doctor, lawyer, engineer, and entertainment. And I knew I couldn't have been a doctor because blood makes me queasy. Dear Lord, when I have a kid, husband, look, a lot of this stuff is on you, okay? Because I'm gonna be a mess. Baby throws up, well, toddler throws up, I'm throwing up. You know, like I just have a weak stomach. As far as an engineer goes, my mom's an engineer.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't want that life. Then I was like, lawyer, high key, JJ.
Okay.
Your girl can debate.
I definitely believe that.
I got some debating skills.
I definitely believe that.
But then I counted the costs. I
Okay.
wanted to see, you know, what is it that I have to learn about? And I'm not interested in learning about things I'm not interested in. I don't want to learn rules and regulations. I don't even believe in many rules. You know, I feel like
Yeah, I'm kind of like that too, though. I got to learn how to follow the rules a little bit better.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then I was like, entertainment. Oh my goodness. I've been singing, acting, and dancing my whole life. I love it. And so I went into entertainment, but I slipped and fell into entrepreneurship. It wasn't until, and it was through my first business endeavor was through network marketing. And, you know, I took the lessons and the tools and the grooming ground that had, and I went on to create a lot of really awesome things. But in the beginning, you know, they teach you work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. They teach you about resilience. They teach you how to actually run a business. They teach you how to have leadership. It's a really great space for someone that doesn't come from much, because I don't come from privilege, but I definitely come from love.
I like that.
You know?
I like that terminology.
Yeah.
I like the terminology. A lot of people don't really understand that. Like even you saying that, you just said you come from love, and people sometimes they get things mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from love is better than coming from privilege.
Period.
Straight up. When you come from love, that foundation is built inside of you forever. Straight up. Are you recently engaged?
No.
I could have sworn I seen something. I don't. My eyes deceiving me.
You saw, okay, so I directed and produced.
I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there.
You see this bare hand right here?
Let me see.
Bare.
Let me see. You got some pretty fingers.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Thank
I'm
you.
Let me chill. I'm trying to keep professional.
Thank you. No, I'm not engaged, but I produce and
Okay.
I direct and I write.
Okay.
And I'm blessed to be a part of Country Wayne's platform.
Okay.
And so inside of that storyline, it's a crazy storyline. It is treachery, okay, y'all? The drama is coming. And so I do post a lot of, like, you know, the thumbnails from, so you saw a
I thought it
thumbnail.
was like I was like, oh, okay, this is dope.
Nah, no, I'm not engaged. I've been engaged 2.5 times though. In real
Wait.
life.
Wait.
I
Go-
know, it's the half.
What's I don't even want to go to the second time. Let's go to the halftime. How does that happen? Do you get a ring, or do you get like when is it halftime?
No, the half was when my ex had asked my dad for permission to marry me in front of me and my mother.
Okay.
Now my dad is from Compton, California.
Oh, Compton. Oof.
My mom is from Canada.
Okay.
I'm somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, that's an interesting mix.
It's
right
a
there.
very interesting mix. So my dad was like, I know this bleep is not out here asking me for permission in front of my wife and my daughter.
He should have
Do
pulled him to
better.
the side.
Of course
Yeah,
you
he should
should.
have pulled him to the side.
Of course. And in that moment, I think my dad lost all respect for that man.
So that obviously affected your relationship.
That man affected our relationship.
Oh, wow.
I don't
Okay.
I don't let outside anything. Like I
Okay.
told you, I'm a critical thinker.
Okay.
I move
So you don't
how I
let
move.
so you don't let nobody get involved with your relationship. If y'all together, you don't let nobody interfere with that.
No, but I do ask questions.
Okay.
So like my mom, I have I call them my soul sister goddess tribe.
Okay.
And if I'm tripping or if I'm like really upset and I got to shake off that energy, because I feel like a lot of the times women don't take the time to regulate their emotions before they step to their man, and then it leads to a bigger issue.
They definitely don't take time to regulate their emotions.
Yeah,
we gotta they shoot first.
Yeah, you can't do that.
They shoot first, ask questions last.
Especially not with a masculine man. It's just not, it's not effective. So for me, I will go to my mom, who's like my first sounding board, because my mom is non-biased.
Okay.
And she'll play devil's advocate.
Okay.
And then once I hear myself, sometimes it's like, damn, you know what? I was just tired. Or, you know what? I was really just hungry. Or, you know, I just had an attitude and it had nothing to do with him and everything to do with me. And I get to take that as a personal responsibility. It's not even worth the conversation to bring to him, you know? So in that way, I will ask, like, am I the drama? Mm-hmm. And then also, you know, sometimes it's just nice to get some stuff off your chest when people are tried, true, and tested, because everybody ain't soul sister goddess tried.
Do you I want to make sure I ask this question correctly. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just make a statement. Let me not ask a question. Let's say word. The dating environment nowadays. Uh-huh. What's your thoughts on the dating environment from a woman's perspective?
Oh, that is a really loaded question, JJ.
I mean, we here. It's a loaded podcast.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, I think that we live in a weak generation right now. Mm-hmm. And I think that most people will quit over you liking somebody's picture on Instagram.
Yes, yeah. I had issues like that.
Yeah, there's a lot happening for the general public. Now, I will say I'm having a beautiful experience inside of the dating pool.
You said you have?
I am currently having.
Wow, that sounds like positive.
I have.
Oh, I say that not to cut you up, because a lot of women, when I ask them that question, they be like, "Joseph, you don't understand. It's been crazy out here." But for you to say you had a beautiful experience is like a blessing. Keep that coming. I'm much respect for that.
But I think it's a standard. I think a lot of women have lowered the standard because they'll accept just about anything, because they are more hungry for the result of a relationship and companionship than they are for alignment.
So you think women are just taking anybody nowadays?
I know women are taking just about anybody nowadays, but you got to remember that a lot of women are indoctrinated into this. You're less valuable as a woman if you're not married and if you don't have a baby. And it's actually, it has to be statistically proven, because if you think about it, you know, they teach us marriage and a family. Okay, well, anybody can give you marriage and a family. Mm-hmm. But if you're after alignment, happiness, peace, and joy, then it matters who you plug into the equation. And so what I think about is, if all of these people are getting married, but then over 80% of divorces are initiated by women, statistically it's showing us we're sold a dream.
So women are the ones initiating the divorces?
Over 80%.
I could see that. That was a dumb question. I should have asked that. I could definitely. Women are the ones that's always being cheated on. Yeah, I can see them be like, enough is enough. I had it, Joseph.
I don't know if it's. Do you think that it's as much as women being cheated on, or do you think it's just like, I'm tired of this person I don't really like?
I think women are tired.
Yeah.
I think they're fed up.
Yes, I agree.
I think enough is enough. Men need to step up.
Yes, I agree.
I need to get y'all stuff together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm an advocate for the ladies.
I love that. Me too.
I'm all about you guys.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm all about you guys, and I think men really need to step up nowadays. Yeah. I'm 45 years old, so it took me a while to get to this place. Mm-hmm. But I understand that women go through so much.
True. So do men.
Yeah, but
we all do. I'm an advocate for people.
No, we all do. We all do. But men, we don't really deal with our stuff like we should.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard for men. I feel like men have all of these responsibilities, and it's almost like an expectation or an entitlement for men to pay the bills and take care of me and wine me and dine me.
Hold on. Let's go there since we here.
Okay.
And you have one of the dopest podcasts out right now. Let's just be clear. When it comes out to wining and dining, what do you think needs to happen when you first date somebody? First three dates.
I think,
and I have another question right after that, because I'm about to. I'm be shooting them to you.
I'm ready.
I'm be shooting like first 3 dates. What should happen first 3 dates?
Well, I think before you even get to date, I think a man needs to feel like he is secure in himself, in his purpose, and in his bank account. Because until you have those three things.
So money matters.
Yes, money matters. And anybody that says it doesn't is a liar.
Talk that talk.
Money matters.
Because some women be like, oh, I love him. I just want love. So that's BS. That's BS.
I mean, initially it's not.
Okay.
Initially it's enough. And then real life sets in.
That water bill coming.
Yeah, and struggling paycheck to paycheck. It's like, I understand the women that say I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce than on the bus. I get it. And also, I understand a woman that is patient enough to wait for alignment. You just got to look at the truth. The stats say there are more women than men. What does that mean? So some women are going to be out here with no man. And so some women would rather have a man in companionship than just be by themselves. And that to me is the part where it's like, that doesn't feel good. So first 3 dates, number 1, men, look, I love y'all. I talk about y'all all the time on my pod. Okay, I got y'all's back. But a man needs to feel good in his purpose, in himself, and in his bank account. Because until he can commit to those 3 things, he can't possibly truly commit to a woman. How can you commit to someone else if you haven't committed to yourself?
So you got to be confident. You got to have your money up.
Yes. Not even up.
Okay.
Where you deem.
Okay.
You got to, it's your own barometer. I can't, the person that makes 100,000, a million, or 10 million, the person that makes 100,000 may feel better than the man that makes 10 million. Fact. So it literally just depends on where you're at inside of self. That's why I'm saying you got to know you. Alignment with you, integrity with you, with self, and I think that integrity is a God thing. It's a God barometer. Mm-hmm. When you step outside of you, you don't feel good.
Do you feel like women put too much pressure on men? I asked this question because I don't really date a lot. Like dating is really not my thing. I'm more like, yo, just let's have dinner, let's go get some ice cream. I don't really like the whole dating thing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I do know like women do put a lot on you early.
Like, give me an example.
Communication. I can beat you Thursday. Well, why you ain't call me? I'm like, I just met you yesterday. Like, I'm kind of busy. I think they ask for money pretty fast nowadays. They ask for money fast. Nobody's bashful no more. And let me just say this to the ladies. Ladies are doing their thing nowadays. So many independent, strong ladies that are doing very, 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 very well. But they ask for money very fast. They have so many expectations out of you, and sometimes it scares you away. Mm-hmm. I had one girl tell me one time, she was like, well, in my last relationship, my ex, he didn't really pay me that much attention, so I need you to pay me attention. I hung up the phone on her. I never called her ever again. How dare you even compare me to anybody? Because I have nothing to do with what happened in the past. Yeah. Especially if it wasn't me, I have nothing to do with that, so don't compare me to nobody. And don't move into a new situation if you're still dealing with the past.
You know what? I don't know if she's dealing with the past as much as she doesn't know how to effectively communicate. And I do feel like that is one of the biggest issues for women in 2024. And one of the things that I learned, because you got to learn your person. Like, if I felt like you weren't paying me attention, mm-hmm. instead of being like, my ex used to do that, that's a terrible life choice. Because any man in their masculine is going to be like, exactly what I will never talk to this woman again.
Like, nobody wants to hear. Women sometimes have a tendency to bring up the past.
Yeah, it's not effective.
And I don't know if they're still dealing with it. Yeah. I don't know if it's still on their mind, but it comes up a lot. And they put so many expectations on men at an early age. And my question to you is like, when is the date that a person can ask for money? Yeah. Or even expect anything? How many dates leads up to that?
I don't think a woman has to ask for money from a real man. I think that a woman states the need, and masculine energy that loves you wants to solve a problem. If I need to get a new tire on my car.
That's different. That's different though. That's different. Like, I know what you're trying to say though.
I'm not asking anybody for money ever. Even if I'm in a full-blown relationship.
You don't ask your man for no money?
No. I would never do that. Never.
So he just gives you money.
But I don't have to.
No, I understand.
Let me tell you, I'm a princess. Let me be clear.
I believe you.
Shamelessly.
No, I believe you. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say if a man is dealing with you, he would just give it to you.
Yes. Masculine energy wants to solve a problem, period. Divine energy doesn't have to ask. You inspire that man to want to do things for you, not expect him to do it. If you place expectation on a masculine energy person, now you're never going to get what you want.
But when does this start? Like, how fast in the relationship, how fast in the meet and greet does this start? Is this ASAP? Because paying for dinner is really nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on. Like, my daughter, She's 12. I'm pretty sure it's little boys in junior high school buying her ice cream.
As they should.
That's nothing. But when does it start? When, like, the time frame? Because that's what stuff is getting mixed up nowadays.
What do you mean? The time frame of what? Of
the time frame when you really supposed to come out your pocket.
When you really are ready to get invested in that girl. And I think that that's the problem.
It's some problems.
So many people, you don't even know me for real. Like I've had men be like, "Lo, we need to be official. We need to be exclusive. We need to this, that." You don't know me for real.
Does that scare you when a man says that?
Well, now I just understand it.
Okay.
So it doesn't scare me.
I done said that to girls millions of times.
Yeah, and it's
lying.
like, yeah, I'm like,
I was lying though.
I see right through it.
Yeah, I was like, yo, we need to be number one, me and you. I'll do anything. Men will say anything to get to the woman.
Period.
We are foul, man.
You know what I say? You can be my friend.
Yeah, I don't like that word.
You can be my friend. And look, this is the thing.
I don't like that terminology. I hate that word, friend.
I'm sorry, but this is the truth. If I were to be intimate with every man that showed me interest, I'd be so worn out. I would be so worn out. And it's for every woman, right? Men want what they want. So our opportunity as women is not to give in to that thing. Our opportunity is to say, let's get to know one another. Do I even like you for real? But what happens in society? People are like, there's an interest. Interest creates chemistry. Chemistry creates intimacy. Now you've slept with this person and you don't even really know if you like them for real.
I love what you just said. People really do have to get to know each other better.
Yes.
Like,
vet that person out.
Yeah, you have to. I think talking is one. People don't really talk on the phone no more.
I love that.
I try to talk on the phone with people.
I do too.
Because like, I'm going to tell you where I'm at. I don't even want to take no one out if we can't have a conversation over the phone. Yeah. If I can't have a conversation with you over the phone, I don't even want to like waste my time. Yeah. And I run across women every single day. I've been in Atlanta and people inbox me, send me messages. I'm not taking nobody out if we can't have a valid, valuable conversation.
I mean, that makes sense, but also you can have a valid, valuable conversation at dinner or on a walk or drinking a smoothie or in a park. I don't think that there has to be like rules, but I do think that you got to get to know someone before you lay down with them. That's what I think.
So what's the time frame for that?
I don't think there is a time frame. I think you learn your person.
Okay.
This is for me, and look, I'm not married. Let me be clear. I've said no to engagements twice. I've never made it down the aisle. But what I do know is getting married is easy. Being in a relationship is easy, but having alignment is far more challenging. And so inside of that, when you get to know whether you really like a person, also, ladies, I'm gonna keep it real. Can I keep it real?
We here.
Ladies. Look, this is the thing. If you feel like you want a man and you're interested in a man and you're getting to know that man and you're not sleeping with that man, do not be upset if he is sleeping with other women. It is unrealistic to think for 1 second that this man that is not getting it from you, is still in the early stages with you, is not getting it from somebody else. That doesn't make sense. So now you all in your feelings, and for what? There's no exclusivity. That's a valuable statement though. That's true. And when you hold
especially out, I just met you like yesterday. Yeah. And you ain't giving me nothing. What am I supposed to do?
Go get it somewhere else.
Yeah, like.
And absolutely vice versa.
Is it vice versa though?
Of course it's vice versa. I mean, but it depends on the woman though. Like I also think, when I think about Napoleon Hill, he talks about sexual transmutation. There is so much power in having discipline with your body. Like if anybody, I live by this. If anybody can get it, I don't want it. If anybody, and men are the same way. If anybody, that's why they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, although I don't think that's true. The method is, if anybody can get it, I don't want it. There's no exclusivity. Why do people pay so much more money for exclusive opportunities, exclusive experiences, exclusive people? They just want to get in the room because it's exclusive.
So you wouldn't be with somebody that's like a known player or any let's just say he's a recovering just player.
Oh, I don't. And it's different for men.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Yeah, and I feel like the men that I they've been around the block.
They've been around the block?
Go figure out what you don't like and what you do like. I'm okay with it.
I think most men been around the block.
I think so too. Like, if not, it's weird.
Yeah, men are just like, we like, but it's weird because we don't want a woman that's been around the block.
It's a double standard.
It's so like, I'm the type of person, like if I found out, one of my good friends, I've been friends with him for like over like 30 years.
Wow.
And if I found out he like had slept with somebody I was interested in, I would never speak to her ever again.
Really? What if you liked her?
It's a wrap. I got too much pride.
What if,
I got to see this dude. He probably like, yeah, I used to tear her back out.
But would he say that to you? That
hell
he
yeah,
used to
he'd say that.
That's a bad friend.
Friends talk like
What
that.
if this could be the love of your life?
Nah, I'm not doing it.
You can't do it?
I can't do it. I think like I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
Could you cut off your friend and not the girl?
I'm not gonna cut my friend off.
Why? What if this is your happily ever after?
It's that, first of all, can't nobody be my happily ever after if one of my friends already messed with her.
How you know that?
I just couldn't do it.
Why?
My mental, because I'm way thinking like, yo, my man hit, and I just couldn't, it'll bother me. It's not even being insecure, it's just more like, that's my man, and I couldn't do it. Like, it would really, really bother me though. I'm being honest as a man. And if a man is saying that that doesn't bother me, I think they're lying. But I know men who have done stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know men who have actually like wife, like a woman that their friend has messed with. I can't do it.
Wow.
Like we all hang out together, go bowling.
Well, why would you all hang out together? That'd be weird.
Because what it is, it's a small world. Like sometimes like that same person, we could just run into them. It happens like that. It's a small world. I couldn't do that. Would you be able to do that?
Ask me the question.
Would you be able to, if you have a boyfriend, if you found out that, let's just say the second, third date, like you found out that he was had messed with one of your friends. This just happened to me the other day in real life. I had a situation like this happen to me last week. Beautiful young lady. Let me just talk about it real fast. Met this young lady, beautiful. Oh my God. Went out Thursdays, like I had a great time with her. So we went out Thursday like 7 o'clock. Like 10 o'clock that Thursday night, she went out with her friends. I'm in Houston, Texas. One of her friends that she went out with, I used to mess with years ago, like 10 years ago. I didn't know they was friends. She calls me on the phone like 1 o'clock in the morning. She's like, oh my God, I really want to talk to you. I had such a good time, but I didn't know you used to mess with my friend such and such. And I was just like, who's your friend? Like, I'm like, which one? There's a million people with that name. She was like, I was just with her. As soon as I show her the picture of you, she's like, I don't think you should mess with him.
Damn.
And
how'd you feel?
I was mad. Because I felt like I didn't get a chance. At least give me a chance to mess up.
Well, how come you want her to give you a chance to mess up, but you won't give nobody a chance to mess up?
Well, let me tell you what's funny about this story, and this is a true story. This happened on that Thursday. That Friday, the friend that told her this came by my house.
Spun the block.
Came by my house.
See, that.
And you know what she told me? She's like, she don't want to go to church. She ain't gonna want to do that. Tell me all her business. And I didn't even mess with it. It was so bugged out. And that's when I said, this world is messed up. This world is messed up.
Yeah, I don't like that. You know, the thing for me, I feel like it would be really hard for me to grow feelings for a man that my girls had messed with, because I know, like, me and my girls were actually very close.
That's what I'm saying though.
So I don't.
That's what I'm saying. If you cool when it will mess with your mental. I don't care.
Yeah,
she could be perfect, but it's like it'll mess with you.
But you know what though? For me, if I meet my husband, because look, my husband comes before my parents, comes before my children, for damn sure comes before my girls. And if it was like a fling, I don't know. Maybe I could. I don't know.
A fling is even worse.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, if you had invested feelings, no, I can't go down that road.
A fling is like, yo, I was smashing her behind the garage in the back or something like that. That's even worse.
I mean, my girls don't really get down like that, but I get what you're saying.
But I'm saying a fling is more like worse, just like from a guy. Like men and women think so different.
I know.
We think nothing like you guys.
Yeah, I know.
When we think of a fling, we think like everything is going on.
Yeah.
Now, if I was in a relationship, we respect it more. Because you're like, okay.
Not me. It's worse if you're in a relationship.
Why? Because the emotions attached? Yeah. Oh, see, that's how, you see how different we think?
Yeah, it's opposite.
We don't even think like that. We thinking like, nah, if they in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? But when it's a fling, that's like the ultimate, like, nah, I'm not messing with her.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Look, it is what it is. I think it's personal. For me, I just feel like I pray to God that is never an experience that I have. Plus, I literally know all of the men. A lot of my girls are married or in committed relationships, and the single ones, it's like we talk about all the things. So as soon as we meet a guy, it's like, let me send this Instagram. Oh my God, you know, it's like
I know, and that it happens just like that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Soon as I meet somebody, let me see, like, so it's never a time where like somebody has sent you somebody and you know him or something. No. Okay.
But I've only ever really been in relationships my whole life. This is the longest I have been single since I was 15, and I mean single till I'm married. I'm not married, so and I'm single by choice, you know? So I feel like I haven't had that experience of a lot of random.
We're going to take a brief break. Thank today's sponsor, Culture Lab, Atlanta's #1 podcast studio, located in the heart of Atlanta. Culture Lab is the go-to destination for podcasters looking to create high-quality content. Whether you're a seasoned podcaster or just getting started, Culture Lab has everything you need to bring your podcast to life. Word. I want to ask you something. If you're in front of a computer and you have the opportunity to create the man that you want for yourself, what type of qualities would this man have to possess?
Safety, security, respect, openness and honesty, emotional regulation, emotional intelligence.
Yo, hold up. You just said that so fast.
That's my answer.
You said that like you knew the answer.
I know the answer. I know what I want. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care how much it weighs, although I do want it to be healthy.
Okay.
I don't care what color it is, although black is my preference. Hopefully it's on that spectrum.
So you rather be with a black guy?
See, I keep trying to get away from black men, but I just can't get away. I just can't.
Give the brothers a chance.
I've been with one white guy. My first boyfriend was white.
Okay.
Everybody else has been black.
Okay.
So for a minute I was like, these got a chip on their shoulder. I'm sick and tired of dealing with the chip on their shoulder.
When it comes to like dating outside your race, is that something that's like women are pushed to do that nowadays?
No.
Or I'm just curious.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know though. For me, no. I feel like I just want a black king, Like when I look at my babies, because I have mixed nieces. All my brothers are with like non-black women.
Okay.
I have 4 brothers, right? Okay. And one's engaged. The other has a longtime girlfriend of like 8 years with 3 kids, and the other is married for 27 years, and the other one is actually single. But they're all non-black women. And I feel like there's nothing more challenging for a child than feeling like you don't belong to either side.
Yes, it's difficult. I have a couple mixed friends, and they still talk about it.
Yeah, it's different.
They be like, well, I want to hang out with my white side of the family, but they got issues, and I have a lot of mixed lady friends, and they go through it.
It's different.
They go with it worse than the men though.
Yeah, it's like identity crisis,
yes,
right?
It is.
And I don't know that I would openly volunteer that for my kids. And then also, if I were to be, let's say, with a white man, and not to say that there's anything wrong with interracial dating, but for me, I feel like if I had a son, we have a black son.
Okay.
Even though my son is mixed, my son is black. Our son is black. And there's just certain things that you can't relate to through experience because it's only through being that thing that you understand that experience.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I for me, I just black king. It's giving black king for me,
Do you feel like I'm gonna say this. I don't want to say do you. When do you think women would? Because I know you're very, very big on self-love, self-worth. Why do you think a lot of women don't possess that?
I think through media, through, music, social media platforms, TV, everything that we see, especially for black women, has shifted the narrative to that we are only meant to be strong. We are only meant to be tough. We are only meant to be independent. And if you're so focused on what you're doing instead of who you're being, you get lost. I think the narrative is, and that's for everybody, even think about it. I'm sure you were asked when you were a kid, aunties, uncles, somebody said, what do you want to be? What do you want to do when you grow up? What do you want to do?
It's a fact.
Well, that's great, but that's connected to achievement. Whereas who do you want to be is connected to fulfillment. So I think we're all really duped from our childhood because we're constantly focused on the label of the thing instead of the contents of what's in it. So I feel like it's challenging. And then also, when you do start to love yourself, when you do start to speak up for yourself, when you do set boundaries, and boundaries are not you saying, by the way, everyone, a boundary is not saying, this is my boundary. Okay. A boundary is when someone tries to cross your boundary, walk away in the conversation. I'm done talking about it. This is, I'm going to show you with my actions that this is a boundary, not my words. When you start doing that, people get upset. Because they like you when they can take advantage of you.
That's true.
They like you when you don't love yourself. They like you when you don't have boundaries. They like you when you are a little bit weak, because now they get to move you according to what they want instead of what's best for you. So I think that, you got to be a villain in somebody's story, and you got to be okay with that.
It's so funny because I'm 45 years old, so I'm finally to a point where, like I said, I got one of my friends over. He probably ain't gonna believe this. I really do want to settle down. And it's
Your friend made a face. I want y'all to know I saw the friend, and the friend is making a face.
No.
In this moment.
No, serious, because I see the industry I'm in. I see where things are going, and I want that normalness, that peace of mind normalness. Because social media is crazy.
I agree.
This is like, social media is really, really like mentally will have you thinking that you're something that you're really, really not.
Period.
And that's the society we live in nowadays.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm at a place now, and I got to say this for the world, like I'm ready to settle down. Straight up. So, you know, and my question to you is like, how do you feel like social media has totally affected love?
Damn. You got these loaded questions.
Listen.
We got a short interview time with these loaded questions. Okay, so how do I feel like social media has affected love? It's diluted it. It's made it seem like, honestly, it's made people think that their market value is much higher than it actually is.
People really do think they are bigger than what they are. I didn't want to say it like that. You
But
said it.
it's the
I
truth.
put you on the spot.
Look, it's true.
People really do think. Do you see that with men?
Yes. And don't let it be a man with some money. Because people do make, what's the word? People will let you act bad the more money you make. They're not worried about your character, right? But yeah, I think that social media has really just become a place where everyone is not everyone, but a lot of people are facading what their life actually is. And then it's like, but you gotta go home with you after.
Yeah, you have to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
You have to be real with yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I met a lot of ladies off of social media, and nobody looks like how they look on social media.
Really? Do I look like how I look on social
Yes,
media?
you look even better.
I do.
I'm not flirting, but
Thank you,
you look low key. I'm checking you out, but you know what I mean. Cut this out, too, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to chill. No,
but for real,
but you're like one of the ones that actually look like you look like how you look like on social media.
That's because I don't do all the things on social media.
Yeah,
but also because I'm
it's crazy.
Well, I want respect, not attention. So it's different now. Whereas before, the second time that I was engaged on social media, I fell into that trap. We were every hashtag. We were relationship goals, power couple, black love, black excellence. But in reality, it was super toxic. My ex looked me dead in my face. It was always a competition as far as who was making more money. And I'll never forget the day he told me, Sarah, you'll never make it. The only way you'd make it is if you married someone who made it. And it was like, it wasn't the distrust. It wasn't the betrayal. It wasn't any of those things that made me say, okay, I'm done with this relationship. It was walking away from a man that had a completely disaligned value on who I am and the vision of what we had, especially while I'm like over here building, right? And so I think that it's really easy to fall into the trap because I was so concerned about the perception of what it looked like that I wasn't worried about the reality. And the reality is I was unhappy.
Do you feel like if you guys would have kept it private, the relationship would have been different?
I feel like there's so much power in privacy.
I do too, though.
I do.
I'm not gonna lie.
See me pop out with my husband.
Yeah, but how does that even work?
What you mean?
Could that even happen though?
I mean, if you see me in real life with my man, then you see me in real life. But on social media,
but you're gonna post some pictures
when I'm married.
So you
maybe engaged.
So
maybe.
Okay. So if you're dating right now, let's just say you're dating a guy for like 6-7 months.
I'm not putting him on my ground.
You're not gonna post him at all?
No.
I don't like that. I want to be posted on my birthday.
No.
I want you to post me on my birthday. Like, yo, I was just thinking about you. Yo, you the thorn in my flesh, but I can't live without you. I want something like that.
You know what I'm gonna do on a birthday?
What's that?
The last birthday that I planned, I did it cost me $15,000. Did a surprise birthday party, catered all the things, had the family and the friends come in. You're gonna have a phenomenal birthday, but it ain't gonna be on social media.
Okay.
I'm not doing that because I'm not interested.
Okay.
I am not interested because everybody can't touch your baby. When you first give birth, what do they say? Keep the baby inside.
Facts.
Don't pass the baby around. That's how baby gets sick. Baby's not prepared yet. It's the same thing in a relationship. I'm not in a rush to prove to anyone that I'm happy in love.
I respect that.
I'm happy in love. I'm happy in real life. What y'all see on social media is what you see in social media. And we get to do a better job of being focused on being happy in real life. That's another thing. I'll be talking to women and women are like, oh, he liked this picture and he liked this picture and he commented on that. We just getting set up for disaster out here. Like, oh my goodness, stop it. Do you trust that man or no?
Yo, women do be like that. Oh, he liked this picture. He liked that. Yo, it's so weird nowadays. Like, I even been in situations where if I like another girl picture, it's an issue. I had a girlfriend one time, like my last ex-girlfriend, she used to show me everybody picture I liked.
Damn.
Like, she'd show me, like, I used to be like, I wasn't lying, but I didn't realize I was able to like it. I didn't realize, like me, I try to support people because of the podcast. So a lot of times, this is a true story. I see somebody's page and I just like their stuff because I'm just trying to support them because they support the podcast.
But I do think there's social media etiquette when you're in a relationship. Like, I think it is absolutely unacceptable for a man to like a photo of a girl from the back. Like, if it's all the goods are out, I think that's inappropriate. And I think
tough.
It's etiquette.
That's tough though.
Because this is the thing. What it is it's leaking energy.
Yeah.
You're
right.
You're creating a point of access, which is inappropriate in a relationship. Now, if you're liking she just looks good. She's a beautiful woman. She's dressed from head to toe, but she's covered, and you're supporting that girl. That's fine. But if it's like the bikini photos, like it in your mind. Don't like it in real life, because what you're doing is you're showing the world that it's okay for you to give this energy to this female. So I'm not checking for likes, but I'm also setting a standard early because I plant seeds from the beginning. When you get with me, look.
So you have like standards at the beginning, like you putting your foot down.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not even putting my foot down. I'm gonna let you know how it is that I operate, the same way you're gonna let me know how it is that you operate.
And this is verbally?
Yeah, it's like little things. Like I'll say, like as an example.
I'm kind of curious. You got to give me the game,
like for me, and I say this all the time. Openness and honesty are one of the most important things to me. Okay. My soul starts to be degraded when I see a lie. And then this is what happens. When I know that you lied to me, it's like a dog whose ears go up. It's like, boop. Now I'm looking. Where else are you telling a story? Where else is this?
Yeah, women are like that. Once you tell one little lie, they swear you lying about everything. You be like,
so just don't lie. You ain't got to lie to kick it. So I say that to say.
Sometimes you got to lie though.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you can't. I'm going to tell you this from a man. Sometimes you can't even be honest with a woman.
No, that's not true. Then don't pick those women.
Well, listen. I know this for a fact. Mm-hmm. Sometimes if you're in a relationship and let's just say like, let's just say I'm doing a podcast and let's just say my ex reaches out to me like, you know what? I got a friend, they want to come on the podcast, and your new girlfriend say, JoJo, when's the last time you talked to your ex? And I'm like, oh, I ain't been talking to her. Like sometimes you have to lie just to keep peace.
No, you know what that is?
Like just to keep peace because
that's not keeping peace. That's inducing fear, JJ. That's what that is. You're afraid of the consequence for an action that you know you shouldn't have taken. You shouldn't have done it.
That might be true. We might be scared, but sometimes I think men just lie just to keep the peace.
And that's the problem. I think that a lot of the times inside of relationships, what starts to happen is people will tell a lie strictly because they don't want to deal with the consequence from an action that they created.
That's true.
Now, inside of that,
and once you tell one lie, you got to keep that lie going,
which is terrible.
Oh, it's
and then
the worst.
On top of that, why are you afraid?
Yeah, that's the worst.
We too grown for folks to be afraid of stuff. So for me, from the beginning, I say openness and honesty is so important to me. There's nothing more important to me. Whatever it is, don't rob me of my power to choose, because that's really what you're doing. But if you are keeping it real, sometimes, and honestly, I ask reckless questions. I'll be like, well, I ask stuff I have no business asking. And I don't even care what the answer is. I just want to know, do you feel safe in telling me?
Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes women don't make you feel comfortable with telling them certain things, though. But women throw things back up at your face.
But maybe that's those. You gotta learn your person.
Okay.
You know, for you to know me, this is platonic or romantic. For you to know me and to lie to me, you never loved me, and you don't love what we have going on.
So you don't think a person? So you think if a person lies to a person, they don't love them?
I think for me, the way that I operate, it means you don't value our relationship because you know how I rock. You know how I get down. And for you to know how I get down because you know me, it's like, do you value me? You probably want me around, but do you value me?
I have a tremendous amount of respect for you. I see you on Instagram.
Thank you.
And you're covered up, classy.
Thank you.
A lot of these women, they have nothing on.
Damn.
I'm not looking all the time.
It's okay if you are.
But just generally speaking, when you see this on Instagram, What's your initial thoughts? What's your initial?
I have none.
You just like, that's just what it is?
I don't even see it. I don't follow those girls. I don't follow people that don't make me feel good. I only follow what I want to feed my mind. I want to add to peace. I want to, encourage me, inspire me, uplift me. I'm not following girls that are just baddies out here because
You said bad.
yeah, what's the point? If you don't add value, you're useless to me. I don't need it. And then also, and I feel like we as humans, like, stop following things that don't make you feel good, period, And then I think about, there's a piece of that person that feels like they need attention more than they need respect. And there's no right or wrong way to do anything. I'm just on the opposite. I would much rather you respect me than give me. I actually get a little weird about attention. I'm like,
You don't like the attention?
No, that's why I don't go out. And even when I'm with my girls, it's like I'm so grateful because I'm like an introverted extrovert or an extroverted introvert, whichever one. Ambivert.
Okay.
My girls like protect me when we go
like
out.
that.
It's
Yeah.
like girl.
Yeah,
like, because I really enjoy my people.
Okay.
Just we're out.
I love that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your podcast real fast.
Okay.
Your podcast is amazing.
Thank you.
Y'all discuss a lot about relationships.
Yes.
Very, 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 very put together.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it real fast. What made you come up with the show?
Yes.
What inspired you?
So my show is called It's Giving. And it's giving all of the things. And the intention is healing. It's real, raw, dynamic conversations with the intention of creating talks in the home for healing. And it's crazy because I don't even think of myself as an interviewer. I'm a conversationalist.
You're great, though.
Thank you. Yeah. I just love having conversations with people. And what's crazy is, one of my biggest moments for the podcast, I don't know if you guys know Les Brown, but he's like a pillar inside of motivational speaking, especially for the Black lane. Like,
you're good at that too, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been doing my research.
Thank you. I cried. When I tell you I cried when this man came on my show, he's in his 70s. He's been doing this for 4 decades. Literally cried.
It's iconic, though. Yeah, it's a moment.
Legendary,
it's a
right?
legendary moment.
When he came on my show, he said he gave me 2 exclusives. He gave me 2 things he's never said before. I ain't gonna tell you what it is. You gotta watch my show to find out. But he said, I've never said this before. So you mean to tell me that sitting on the It's Giving couch, you felt comfortable enough to open up in a way you've never opened up? I've had so many people say, I've never said this before, and I love that people just feel comfortable. And inside of that comfort, it allows for other people to learn from their real story, not the I'm perfectly put together story. Because on my podcast, I really say how I feel, and I've seen it. I am eaten alive.
But I know, but you make people feel comfortable. Your energy, you come in, you hug, like you make people feel like that. A lot of people not like that. A lot of people not like that at all. And when a person, you could feel that. You could feel that with people. So that's just what it is. So I totally appreciate that. I gotta put you on the spot though.
Okay.
Before we get up out of here.
Okay.
Gotta ask you a couple questions. You gotta give me your honest answer.
I love that.
First question is, let me see, California, Canada. Let me start off with music. Mariah Carey or Monica?
Oh. What year?
I was gonna go singing. I was gonna say singing.
Mariah Carey.
Okay.
As far as a singer, but music, Monica.
Okay. I'm going next one. I'm keeping music too. Brandy or Fantasia?
Brandy.
Singing? Brandy's a better singer than Fantasia? You know what? I'll let you have that. Brandy? Although
Fantasia's coming with the hitters. It's just Brandy.
Okay.
I immediately went to Cinderella. Impossible.
Okay. Let me go to the next one. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Oh, can't.
You gotta pick one.
Can't.
Prince played like every instrument.
I know. I can't. And Michael Jackson's Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Can't. Won't go there.
Last one. Mary J. Blige or Beyonce?
Beyonce. Mary J. has way more passion inside of her music. She's an icon. She's been doing this a long time. Beyonce is a movement that will last forever.
You said a movement that will last. That's strong words. A movement that will last forever.
You don't think she will?
I mean,
far after dead and gone.
You don't think Mary J. Blige is a movement?
I think in the Black community, she is absolutely a movement. I think Beyonce is universally a movement.
Okay.
I think I love Mary J. Don't get me wrong.
No. I respect that. You're right. I'll take that.
No more pain.
No more pain. I'll take that. Man, it was good having you on the show.
I'm so grateful. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you.
This is lit.
Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share. Episode be out soon. Sarah on the check-in. And make sure y'all go follow her podcast. Let everybody know where they can follow, subscribe, and all that.
Yes. So it's giving. So it's giving podcast is how you find me on all of the platforms for my pod. My Instagram is Ms. Sarah Fontenot, which is MSSarahFontenot. And that's how you find me on all platforms. So let's get it.
That's what it is to say word. We up out of here.